Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian report for the 8th of April. And look, not a lot of change here. We're on track, pushing higher. So we're looking at wave 3 and 4 here. And this this is the same count that we're looking at with the S&P and the NASDAQ as well. So they all fit in quite nicely and top together. So wave 1 here and 2 here, and then going up for wave 3, 4 and 5 to create a top here. And in this case, from 2 to 3 here, we're looking at an impulse wave of 5 waves, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and going up for 5 here. So we need to understand this little leg here a little bit further, and we should take out the top of wave 3, and we should be sort of close to pulling in close to the 7,000 there. The 7,200 here is the old high from the COVID days, before the COVID hit. It was right on the 72. And that means that if that was the previous high and this is a high here, then that would be a double top. So double tops are never the end of the trend. So we'll probably, like the US markets, we will probably have to label this in terms of a wave 3 up here, which would change my whole count, but that's sort of okay as well. And we'll need to start talking about the other side. So we're coming up to here, and we'll need to start talking about what's happening next over here. So, but with the US markets, we'll be looking for a wave 3, so of intermediate degree, so it's quite large. So let's just drill into the hourly chart and check on our trades and the count with a little bit more detail. Just squash that up there for the moment. So we've got our blue wave 4 there, and we're looking at wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here, and then 5 waves up here. We counted 4. We don't need that little blue one there. I don't think that's the case. And then just moving up here further for this. So in this instance here, I'll just remove that. That's just can be a bit misleading sometimes. What we can do is we'll just borrow these for a second, copy that. So we've got 1 here, 2 here, and this would all be 3 here. So that's the thing about Thursday, you know. Thursday can open higher and then trade lower for the day. So that's what we need to be mindful of here. So we may not get all the way up here for this. So I don't particularly want to hang around for this wave 4 here, which will be some sort of ABC pattern here as such. You know, we've got quite a few positions in here, and the idea is to trade, unless we're going to hold through the wave 4. You know, normally I'd do that, but I'm not seeing wave 3's got better sort of form than wave 1, and it's but it's not, it hasn't really extended out, you know, with a lot of power for all of that. So I think we need to protect that trade here for this. So I'm going to bring that up to here, just to sort of, so we've got everything at, you know, we've covered our costs, and we've got this one, because some folks may have gotten in just here, but this may not go up that far, you know. It may not just go up that far, it'll come back to this point. And then what we could do is we can use the 6,900 to re-enter and then trade the last move up, which would at least take us to close to the, not to 7.2, but maybe 7.1 or something of that nature. We'll just check on that as we go. We'll see how it's moving and what speed and what range and all those sorts of things. But I think it's worthwhile protecting what we sort of have here now for this, and because we're close, aren't we? We're in the fifth of the fifth here of the third. If it had moved out stronger and moved up higher, and we were looking, definitely looking at 7,000, well, then that would be a different story, because it would lock onto the 7,000 and just pull back to this point. But at this stage, it can pull back to here, creating a loss on this trade and just taking a lot off the table at that point, because you end up with a bit of a pyramid there with our trades. Okay, so that said, let's just have a look at, we'll start with our banks. So ANZ is really not sort of getting up off the ground, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring the stop up for this, so which you've probably already done, but so we're going to put the stop under here now. So we've got a really tight range in here, and it doesn't matter. It's building a base, and we'll see if it can get up there. If the banks had moved up nicely, well, then the ASX would have moved up nicely as well, but it's just not the case. So Combank, I'm just going to the tick chart here, because we know we've looked at the bigger picture so many times. So it's all holding okay here for this so far. It's really just trying to get support on that 86.50. So the 86.50 is halfway between two minor levels, which is 85 and 88. So a little bit messy in here with all of this, but yeah, that's the important level there. I think we've got two. Yes, we do. Oh, so that one we need to move. I'll just put that one with a little bit more definition here, just for the sake of it, so we just understand that's what we're working with. 86.50. So we were looking at going long above this high and then this high. So now we can go to this high here if you wanted to have a crack at that. I'm going to move the stop up under this low here for that and tighten that up a little bit. I mean, the thing is this move here is in three waves. That's the that makes it that we should be taking out this top here for this. I can count this as an impulse here and back for 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here and 1 and 2. So technically we should be just powering up through here next. And we need to see ANZ lift off as well. So that's where the banks are at the moment. It's like a gun being loaded here. We'll see if that's the actual case. But like I said, we've got to be careful about Thursday, because it can open higher and trade lower for the day and be bearish. So iron ore was down 1.72. This is the Chinese exchange. But all said and done, we're looking good here as the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave here. Could it get any more complicated? Possibly, but I think it's all looking really neat and tidy, actually. So we'll just drill into the tick chart here for a moment and bring in a bit more data. So from the low here, we're looking at wave 1 and 2 here. And then we're looking at wave 1 here with an A and a B and a C for wave 2. Then I was looking at this as 1 and 2 here. It's pulled back down. So we could also look at this as a 1 and 2 here as well. So technically we should be pushing up from this point, going up into a nice third wave. So we can look at that happening on Friday and Monday and all of that sort of stuff. So a bit of a nice push there. Let's just see how this travels, because this is obviously important to to Rio and FMG and BHP and so on. So I'll just have a look at copper as well while we're here. We'll look at crude. Crude is up 0.5%, but still it's not doing anything that I wanted it to do. We can count this as 5 waves down here, then an ABC back to the 50%, and then I'm still looking for another little drop here and then moving up from that point. So we can go long above this. Well, we could go along above here, here, and to here, and now here for that. But not that it's a big deal because we're still looking for this to finish off. I think this is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So I think we've got just another little wave 5 to come down here and then a move off from that point. So it may not come back to the trend line in that instance, but this is where you need to be long from. But I'm kind of just using that really for BHP and that, you know. So I'll just have a look at copper first. Copper. So as you know, we've got wave 3 here with an A wave and a B wave and a C wave. We know this is corrective because this first leg here is in 3 waves. That tells me whatever happens here, it could have been a triangle, it could have been whatever. It doesn't matter. It's corrective. So, but in this case, we've got our ABC as a bit of a flat sort of pattern. So we can look at that as wave 1 and back for wave 2 here, and that can pull back 61.8% and all that sort of stuff and then move up from there. So we'll see Friday move up, next session maybe a week as well. We can also, not that we trade copper, but it can be, we can bring it down to this high. Well, any move above here now would be fine, and that would also help any copper stocks, which is obviously BHP as well. I think we should look at the Australian dollar. It's in a bit of a weird count at the moment, but still the same as copper though. So an A wave in 3, a B wave and a C wave here. This is all a bit messy here. I don't understand it, but this is the 61.8% mark here. So we should see the market push up from that point. Maybe not today, but come Friday and Monday we'll see that push up from that space. So just yeah, keep an eye on that. That's all looking good. And going back to, I want to have a look at FMG first, just on the tick chart. I won't go into the bigger picture. We kind of know where that is. So we've been looking at an A wave, a B wave, and down for the C wave here. It hadn't finished. It was okay in terms of wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and the wave 5 didn't finish off very nicely. I thought I was going to get one more little move down through here. I haven't really pondered the situation. In that, I'd probably have to put wave 4 there for that, but I haven't checked all of that, so I don't know. But what I was looking for was, as you may recall, is we're looking to confirm that we've got a bullish run. We're looking for an impulse wave to the upside. So far here, we don't have that. We don't have that. Let me just open this up a little bit. What we have here is we can look at this as 1 and 2 here, and we can look at this as wave 3 here with 5 waves in it, and ABC back for 4 here, and then we need to see wave 5 up here for this. So let's just label it for a clearer understanding. So if it's going to be bullish, then that's what we need to see. We need that so currently the move up here is in it could be an ABC pattern up here. Don't need that. We can put that over there. So we want to see this looks impulsive here as 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 5. So 3, 4 and 5 here. And then the ABC pattern here for this. And then up again from there. So that's really that's the pathway that we're looking for here. Okay, so if we get these 5 waves, I'm not saying that we will, if we do get these 5 waves, then we have 5 waves from the low here of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can be a bit bullish at that point. Then we can look to go long over here. In fact, we can look to go long on this pullback here for that. Okay, so that's that. And I want to have a look at BHP. I'll just go to the US BHP for a moment. So, seen a nice bit of volume yesterday, that's good. Daily chart here. I mean, it has pulled back to the wave 4 one lesser degree, so that it's okay for me to put this here, and we could look at this as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here. So we can, you know, and with crude is still in a bullish market, you know. Iron ore's going into the bullish market, copper's going into the bullish, so we should see this push up here. You know, yes, but of course, wave 4 can get uglier and come up to the 61.8% and move back again here as well. This is US BHP, sorry. So we're just going to have a look at our local. So with the US BHP, we can count it down as an ABC pattern. We can do that here as well. It's hard to count this down as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 because wave 4's overlap wave 1, so that's a bit of an issue. But it might be the case too. You know, I mean, sometimes you've got to be a bit philosophical about it to a point, as long as it's not, you know, stupid. Are we getting an impulse wave here? I suppose we could count this as being impulsive. Or corrective. It's just not that clear, you know, and if it's not clear, you're better off saying that, well, I don't understand it, you know. I mean, I can see parts of it, of course, you know. We counted 5 waves up here for wave 1 and 2 in here, didn't we, you know. But in a nutshell, we really want it to stay above the 45 here. So this is a 1 hour that's a 1 hour chart, so excuse me, I better fix this one here. Sorry about that. Just go to the tick chart. So I was just interested in this low here. See, look, it can be counted as different. I mean, I can count 5 waves here for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for this. I can count this as being corrective. I can count that as being corrective. This here looks a little bit impulsive here, so that's a bit of a problem. But that might be an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here for this. That could be wave 1 up here and wave 2 here for that. Look, the bottom line is that we just really want it to stay, you know, above that 45 there. Or let's just check on it in this regard. Yeah, it's also the 61.8%. So we kind of want it to stay in this position here, you know. I mean, I wanted to add to this position, but I can't do it yet. I mean, I've been holding a position in here in a bit of a different case, but wanting to add to it. But I'm just not seeing the impulsive structure. But I might have to add to the position simply because of copper, iron ore, and crude. So when they all start pumping up together, then this is going to move quite quickly at this point. So yeah, the thing here is the 48. So yeah, it's a 50-60% retracement level, but also the 48 is a minor trading level, so is 45 here as well. And we can also put group 2 in with the number 8 here as well for that. But anyway, we don't need to. We just been monitoring this and trying to figure it out. And yeah, it's still a little bit messy, all of this. But it does appear on US that this is a corrective move down here. This is a correct, but it still doesn't matter. It still can be. It can just be a larger flat pattern for this. It can be the A wave here, the B wave here in 3, and then a C wave here, and then go up from there. But we'll just keep an eye on copper and those other guys there and see how they perform, because they should perform quite well, really, from where they are. They're not like they're finished their corrections, you know, and they're on the move. Alrighty, I think I'll just leave it at that. So everything's sort of steady and going according to plan. We have to we have to be careful about the ASX topping out too. It's 7100, which might end up leaving BHP up at this point and then dropping from there as well. So these are the other things that we need to consider. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.